Hi Scorpio, welcome to another reading here for you. This is a general reading, so please take only the messages that you resonate with and leave the rest for the others. Every single message that comes from the past comes with the purpose of helping you understand past events into your life better, give you something to think about, and maybe hopefully help you have some clarity. Every single message that comes from the current comes with the purpose of helping you navigate current situations into your life so you can make the best decisions for the future. This reading is for you, but not necessarily about you, so please attach the energies to people and energies as you resonate with. It's you. It's beautiful light. I like this light. It's warm. It's nice. Every single message from the future comes with the purpose of helping you prepare for possible upcoming events into your life so you can know how to respond rather than to react. Future energies do not come in chronological order, so I do advise you to listen to this reading at least one more time until I will upload the next reading. And like I said, this is a general reading. However, if you want your personal reading, on the channel description, you can find an email address where you can reach out and I'll let you know how things work. I think you want to be prioritized. The way I felt when I tapped into your energy, I felt like you want to be prioritized. It probably took you quite some time to understand your past, sorrow, pain, disappointment, how it affects you, the purpose of the pain in your life. Some of you have finally closed a karmic cycle, a legal process, or found the tools that you need in order for you to proceed forward. For some of you, you went back to school and you finally graduated in the recent past, and then you focused on career growth, focused on getting back on track and getting your power back. I see you've done progress, and maybe working helped you to navigate things. I don't feel like you had peace of mind when it comes, like, you know, you could detach when you go to work, which is kind of typical Scorpio. This is what you have in common with Capricorn. When you go to work, you just are there and you can detach, and that's why some Scorpios, they will become workaholics. When you see a Scorpio becoming workaholic, just understand they are overwhelmed. They are dealing with a lot. If a Scorpio doesn't do anything but work, that's a Scorpio that is overwhelmed. Their nervous system is dealing with way too much, and they cannot relax. They need help. And it's you at the bottom of the deck with a lot, like, you know what I'm saying? 10 of Wands, a lot of hardship, with the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. All right, let's see. You're a tarot reader too. You had a lot to say in the recent past. I'm not sure if you communicated those things, but you had a lot of things to say in the recent past. Or maybe you wanted to do a lot of things. Maybe you wanted to revenge on some people. Maybe you took the time to process things. Like I said, some of you started to focus on work, and that was your form of, you know, getting back on track, and you invested everything into that. I'm not sure if this energy that I have on the table talks about you getting temptations. My goodness, what the heck is going on? Something caused you concern, maybe stagnation, maybe you felt independent. You had a period in which you were fully confident in yourself, you enjoyed even being single, you were building alone, you got used with doing things on your own. Then I feel like things started to either slow you down or backtrack you, because I feel like your ancestors wanted you to actually take action into taking care of your emotions. I feel like your ancestors wanted you to slow down and feel. And maybe you didn't want to do that in the recent past. Maybe you didn't want to cry. Maybe you didn't want to talk about the stuff in your life. But I feel like your ancestors wanted to do that. It could also be that after a long period of being solo, doing things on your own, some fire burned into your heart. It's not necessarily a temptation. It could be you met someone, you had something spontaneous, and then you or they broke your heart, vice versa. Someone broke someone's heart here. But it could be that after a long time, you finally got some fire burning in your heart. But why that brought to surface pain? I don't understand that one. Why feeling something for another person brought pain into your heart? Why? Relationships are not captivity. Like, that's, ask a Sagittarius. They're not afraid of commitment. Just don't cage them. And I feel like in that aspect you have a lot in common with Sagittariuses, because you are both very adventurous. You like the adrenaline. Depends if you're a man or a woman, but in general, generally speaking. This is kind of sad, because I feel like you isolated yourself, or you became more closed off. You turned yourself against the world. You wanted to be alone, and it wasn't necessarily good, but you got comfortable with it. It started to feel good. It started to feel like you want to do that. You might be surrounded by people. You might have people who literally want to come into your life, but you just don't let them. You and Capi, this is the sadomasochist energy I felt in Capricorn, but for Capricorn was a big kind of different situation. But for you, I feel like you do it to yourself. Did you hurt someone and you feel like now you have to be punished? Was that in the past you punished yourself because somebody didn't punish you for what you did, and you are like, no, but I deserve to be punished? For others, this talks about, you want to be successful, you want to increase your finances, you just didn't know how. You are dealing with a lot at the same time, emotionally wise, soul wise. Maybe some of you, this is the first time when you actually sat down and started to think about, purpose, life, soul, bigger things in life than the 3D. Not sure if I showed you the cards. What is success? What does it mean to be successful? What does it mean to be successful to you? Don't be OCD with me, Scorpio. Just don't be OCD with me. Right, I need to open this door to my doggo. The current, I see a lot of control over you. Not in a bad way, like you have a lot of control all over yourself. I see like you take your time, you do things with much more grace, you are more hopeful, you are asking, you talk with the divine, you literally talk to God and you ask for things, you ask to understand things, you are paying more time into understanding your power, your magic. You pay more time into understanding how God talks to you and how to use this magic. You might hesitate here and there because you're not sure what things actually mean, but I feel like you do this alone. And I often say walk the path of spirituality alone because, you know, every single person has their own journey into connecting with the divine and understanding everything that is being set up on their path. And, you know, you might get guidance, but in the end, the deeper layers of it, like understanding the messages and how they come to you and through you, because I feel like you're a reader yourself, and maybe you're starting to do tarot right now and you want to know how to read the cards and all that. And personally, just go with your full-on intuition. You don't need to learn the combos. That's not reading tarot intuitively, that's reading by the book. And if you're a true intuitive, you don't need to know by the book, you just need to feel the cards. Sure, learn the basic elements and the basic meaning of the cards, but the rest, it will come through you. You are the magician, you are the creator in your life, and you're creating that. You're being currently poured a lot of protection, a lot of grace, divine energy over you. I don't even know how to say this because it feels pure magic. It's beautiful. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of failure. Maybe you're healing these wounds of failure, wounds of compromising, putting yourself at risk in places and situations where you should have not. That's fine too, while you navigate all this situation. Scorpio, October 27. It's okay, my friend. Absolutely no biggie. I just changed my number, so send me an email. You have it on the channel. Boo-hoo-hoo. I know it's you. How do I know? I truly believe that there is such thing as asking stupid questions. This is really beautiful because I feel like you want to see the broader, bigger picture, and maybe with that you actually take yourself out from the cocoon. Some of you are literally planning on moving alone. I feel like others are taking things like, you know, the beginner's mindset. Everything you take it with a grain of salt. You're a bit more skeptic, but you try new things. I don't feel like you want to talk about the things you do. Maybe you're even planning traveling. I also feel like in the current specific thought processes or things that you thought you know, or you thought you think like that, or that, you know, they are the way to do things, the way to think things, the way to breathe air. It's not anymore. You want to try something new and you're using purely your intuition for that. Some of you tapped into more shamanic workshop workshop. Maybe you went to a workshop, but shamanic, you know, like I feel Gaia, egress energy here for you, and you want to connect with the real soul of the earth. Maybe you started to work more with the moon. Maybe you started, you know, to I don't know why I have this vision that you go to walk either in the parks late at night or in the woods late at night, and you want to connect with the moon. And it's funny because I was thinking not too long ago, actually today, I was thinking like and a few other times I was thinking why I started to do the readings on new moon, because I got shivers. New moon, the moon is not on the sky, and you're focused purely on your intuition. You have to fully trust your intuition on new moon. you might feel confused at times, because it's also that you don't have the light, right? But if you're confused, what do? You fully trust your intuition. Every new moon period, it's a period in which you can fully practice your intuition and trusting your intuition. And currently is new moon in Taurus, if I remember correctly. So you can literally ground that energy. And you might have butterflies in your stomach, and you might have a lot of sensation, through your stomach. That could be also a reason why you connect right now with the herbs, with foods. Taurus new moon. And there is here in the world card, Taurus, the bull, earth, Gaia, Terra. The Emperor showed a lot at the bottom of the deck, so there could be a side of you, a new characteristic of you that is now morphing into coming to surface. It's preparing. It's okay. You feel it. I bet you feel it. It's something new. Midogolina, you cannot go anymore. Go on the balcony. Incredibly restless, my dog, throughout the whole readings. So I believe there is more than what I'm saying. I believe there is more happening than what I'm saying today. No, usually when my doggo comes to me, it's I'm getting the devil card. Personally, I didn't feel the devil cards, so maybe this is not necessarily the devil card, in the sense of a negative energy. Maybe it's a thing of pure obsession or pure determination into doing things. The devil card, I don't feel it bad right here. I feel it like you are fully determined to come out of a place in which maybe you were alone, or you were struggling with fears, fear of not having resources, fear of running out of support, fear of running out of food, clothes, being homeless. Maybe some of you had that experience, and you're pushing through. It gives you determination. And I kind of feel like this is very interesting. Like, there is this process in the brain where the right hemisphere communicates to the left hemisphere, and it's so much connected to I don't remember how you call it, this middle part of the brain, that if there is no connection, you're going in extremes, either too emotional or way too rational, or you cannot actually rationalize or understand your emotions. And maybe for you, this is like, what, I wanna do it, I wanna understand. Maybe you actually are in a place where you fully understand where your thoughts come from, your emotions. You have the ability in the current, or you're playing with this at the moment, to understand the processes that are going on with you, that are going on in your mind. Maybe you also started to get interested into understanding the manipulation that you've been going through, and the ways you have manipulated others, because survivors are great manipulators. I'm not saying necessarily in a bad way, but you learn to manipulate in order for you to survive, right? So maybe some of you are working with this right now, coming out of that. Because I really don't feel the devil as a negative energy here. I feel it as a strength, like anger. Anger is not bad. Anger in many ways, it's really good. It tells you where are your boundaries, where do you need to set them. It gives you the motivation, it gives you the stamina, if you use it properly. So maybe this talks about that. Use whatever you learned, use it properly. I don't take cards like this, so let's not start. Don't be stubborn. It's you again. You came twice. There's been a power struggle between you and another energy. Could be a family member, it could be because of money. I feel like in the current, you feel like the best thing you could do is to just simply end that connection. Stop thinking about it, even if you're not directly connected with the person. Like, simply stop thinking about it, and you're probably looking into ways into doing that. I feel like you're not necessarily exhausted, but you just don't want to do it anymore. You're like, I don't want to deal with this person anymore. It could be a friend of sorts, it could be an older person than you, it could be um I feel like this person is someone that it shows you someone that, like, when they're with you, they show you something, but when you're in public, they show something else. And you're kind of confused, like, why you show this side of you that nobody knows, this is not you. Like, you're like kind of confused, like, who really are you? And then when you're alone, it's a power struggle with this person. I feel like they cannot even take feedback from you. You cannot tell them anything. They will also think like whatever you tell them, it's because you're jealous of them. So in the current, if you're thinking of ending this connection, the energy is here and it's supporting you. It's new moon, you can start a new cycle with yourself. New things are merely endings. You end something to start something new. You end some start something new and end something. I feel like in many ways new moon and full moon have kind of similar energy. In the end, talks about doing something, right? So that's for you. I'm not sure if it's about money, if you want to continue or fight for the money, argue for the money, deal with this person in order to find a way for the money. I'm not sure. Let's see. My goodness, this is really goodness. And the Queen of Swords here, look. This is simple for you in the future. It's simple. You don't need to have material things to know your worth. You don't need to always be good. And it's very interesting because when you're at your weakest point, I feel like you're going to start to ask for help. And it's okay for you to walk alone. But this is actually something you know. My thing with you has been like, you're too much alone. Maybe you're gonna let someone in your life, or maybe this, because the Queen of Swords was at the bottom of the deck, maybe you don't mind doing it alone. Let's say this Queen of Swords was a collaborator of sorts, and you're like, you know what, I give up. You good, you do your own thing. And it's here, Queen of Cups in the current, Queen of Cups in the future, but this time she's alone. And you had this feeling with this person for a long time, like you're not really supported, you're not really you're not really doing things together. And maybe exactly this Six of Swords, Three of Wands, planning, thinking, maybe I should go, maybe I should leave, maybe I should leave this behind. This is very interesting energy. I had the same for Cappy. And I haven't done you back to back, no. This feels the energy between, I'm not sure if this is between you and this person, but I do feel an energy that talks a bit about grief. You're going to move on with your life. Things are going to change in career. Things are going to change in your home. Maybe you will think about changing your home, but I feel like you're kind of preparing yourself for the summer. Maybe you want to go visit old places. Maybe you learn how to enjoy life while having grief, because people don't necessarily need to die in your life for you to experience grief. I feel like you're going to this process you started in the past to have a deeper understanding of life and everything is going to help you move forward in life with way much more grace and ease. You will always have the memories of that situation or that person, but you're going to move forward. Your work will get much more flow. Your home will feel at much more peace and ease. You will feel like you're back into your energy of the explorer, the curious, the one that goes and does things without necessarily diving into the elements of the what if, the fear. No, there is no fear. There is no fear. This could talk for some of you. You want to move to an old place, or you want to move houses to get out of an old place, you know. But I feel like you're gonna have a good summer. I feel until October that things are going to go really good for you. Don't forget who's been loyal to you. Don't forget who's been loyal to you. Keep that innocence alive. For some of you, all these changes either are going to reconnect you with someone from the past, or this is a new person that will come in and they will give you the moon. This is someone that really wants to prove to you that they are the right person to you. They might understand where you're coming from. They might come from a medical field of sorts, so they have a deeper understanding of psychological processes, of trauma, of wounding. This is someone that cares healing energy around them, and it's a King of Cups. It's a matching energy to you. Doesn't necessarily has to be romantic, but this is someone that will have a big impact on your life. This is someone that will understand the conflict inside you. This is someone that when you have arguments with others, they will see you and they will take your side. Not because you are, you know, someone that they have love interest into, but simply because they really see you and they want to be there for you. This is someone that they also can see like, hey, this person has been through so much, and they admire the fact that you're still standing up. It takes a lot of strength to go through a lot of stuff and still standing up and being a good person, not, you know, flipping the coin and going to the other side. If this is a person from the past, you will have the possibility to, you know, to reconnect with this person. I have a King of Cups here, you know, like maybe you will question and doubt and all that at first. You have history with this person. Did I had this before? I don't know if I covered everything. But anyway, it's a King of Cups energy. This is someone who will help you balance things out. I don't like when the cards come like this, but for you, I kind of feel like taking them like this. If it's a person from the past, you will always remember the things they did to you. You will always remember the pain, the suffering, and you will always remember and think about, you know, like how things have not ended between you and them. You and this person could have had, you know, together a miscarriage. Well, the female experienced a miscarriage, but together. You might need to take some time alone to think about future plans with this family, children, moving in together, buying a home together. This could talk. Some of you are gonna get pregnant in the near future, you know, like you're healing all these past wounds and everything, and you're preparing to literally give birth. This could put you in a place of, you know, like you will make the best decisions when you are gonna be alone. You will have to be alone to make these decisions when you choose this person to start a family with. I have a feeling like for you, Scorpio, this autumn will be very significant. I have a feeling like for you, this autumn will be very, very significant. Your mind is going to really expand. I feel like you're gonna have a lot of things going on. I have the Devil at the bottom of the deck, Queen of Wands, Six of Swords. Maybe some of you are going to heal abandonment wounds through these connections that you're going to have in the near future, especially in the next 10-11 months. This year, you know, 12 months ahead from now, you're going to heal a lot of abandonment wounds. Maybe even this, that you don't belong to this world, to this country you live in, you know. You know, like a couple of years ago, I was saying like, personally, I have zero tolerance for nonsense and things that are confusing, and I feel like for you, this is coming ahead. Like whenever you're gonna have a situation that is confusing, you don't know what to do, or like you feel like, you know, I'm not sure if this person is lying to me. You feel like the investigator in you, the detective in you, is coming to surface. You're like, you know, well, I'm out. Whatever situation that may be, I'm out, because your peace is more important than you trying to investigate and, you know, find out the truth. And, you know, like sometimes it's really not about the truth. It's really not that important. It's really that you don't need to go that deep. It's like, I'm dipping. I'm out. I'm not going into this. This is not for me. I feel like some of you are going to do that. And some of you are going to also leave behind the who was right, the power struggle. You know, you're taking charge, but very differently in the near future. You're famous for liking drama, but I feel like the type of drama that Scorpio likes, you know, depends from person to person, but I feel like the type of drama that Scorpio likes is very much connected, you know, to not necessarily them being the main actor, but being part of the drama, or knowing about the drama, you know, knowing what's going on with other people, like the drama in other people's life. If you have drama in your life, it will be very toxic, because I feel like for you drama is it's addictive. You can get hooked into it. But I feel like in the near future you change a lot about that. The amount of Scorpios that I know, that when there is drama they get stuck in that, and it becomes a loop. It becomes, you know, part of their life for decades, because it's somehow feeding you. I don't know why. It's somehow feeding you that Pluto energy of the depth, and it's like so psychologically mind boggling and you know, mind fuckery, that somehow it, I don't know, you get stuck into it. But I feel like in the near future, you're like, I don't even need to know. You feel nonsense, you're out, you know. It's interesting because in Cappy reading, I was incredibly annoyed. With your reading, I'm incredibly zen. And this could be something that it might piss off a few people, that you don't feed into their, you know, pushing the buttons. You don't get annoyed. You don't get angry. You just don't have time. You just don't want to, you know. Yeah, this is what I have for you. This is general reading. If you want a private one, you have my contact number on the, you know, channel description. Send me an email and I'll let you know how things work. But yeah, Scorpio, this is what I have for you. Interesting. I didn't feel like looking much into your eyes this reading. That's something for you to think about as well. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Happy new moon.